kind of falls off hard on the lore end, and that won't look so good. Because the whole idea is you're imbued with all the magic of the dragonflight, so why wouldn't you have that magic as a warrior too? Then you start seeing busted shit. Maybe they'll do multi-classing down the line and really shape up things. Yeah, I played the very beginning before what it is now. That shit was so good. Yeah, I thought it was really cool what they changed it into. They kind of like a roguelite in a sense. And I was like, this is great. But in the beginning, I liked it in the beginning too because I thought it was really fun and unique. Especially because I remember leveling up and everybody was doing these like a bunch of these different builds. The big one was the Frosty Paws. Oh my god. Frosty Paws was it was very powerful for leveling. It was it was the cat, you did cat form, but you did frost tongue weapon from the shaman. And because the cat has like the fastest attack, you could get whatever weapon, put it on, and just get stats off from it, and then just procking the frost hit just quick as hell. And I was like, oh, that's OP as shit. Saw some bleed spec people. They just took all the bleeds and threw them together. But I was doing Titan's Grip, Seal of Command, and my end game goal was Wind Fury with Titan's Grip and the Seal of Command and all that to get multi-hit procs. And everyone's like, that seems all right. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Titan's Grip is OP in this fucking, like, we're off the fucking Lich King patch when Titan's Grip was literally at its peak. Like, are you all on crack? Because then we got to take Whirlwind on top of that, and Whirlwind procs fucking the Psycho, the what's it called weapon, the Whirlwind weapon or whatever. Yeah, it procs that. And then back then on those patches, you could proc it off itself. I was like, this is retarded. And sure enough, like, so I got up there and I was putting it all together, and then they patched it out because I guess somebody went through and was just soloing high end dungeons. Grab a whole pack, whirlwind. Oh, they're all dead. What happened? Huh? No, I think the current iteration's great. And it was a good direction for them. Oh, nice. Oh wow, so just before Lost Ark. What was the one? Yep. Oh, definitely. I liked watching. I was there was some I forget who they were. They were basically it was somebody who would do builds like that, and they would do it on the drafts side of it. And basically, he was like, "I'm looking for these certain kind of skills, but there's ones along the way that I know that are good that I can utilize and keep myself alive when I'm doing PvP and stuff." And he was just like doing all this. He gets this, and he's like, and then I know you get the reroll tokens that you can like roll a few of them away. It was like, oh, dude, this is so cool. Like, I love that idea for it. I think one of my favorite builds actually that I thought was unique. was the what did they call it? It was the Holy Crusader, and basically it was the Holy Damage Caster. I was like, that is so badass. I was like, all right, like it. Oh yeah. That's where it's like I really wanted Blizzard to kind of learn a bit with stuff like that. Like I love that they're doing classic servers, and I think their next pass through is they should do classic plus. I think that's the perfect opportunity to be like, hey, we know what was wrong with the old stuff, and why don't we go in and tinker with it? Yeah, make things work properly. Let's do proc builds that actually proc properly, and not just Wind Fury being the only one. Like, yep. Yeah, I'm really big on the idea of stuff. Like for me, like I think I've been one of the biggest advocates for a new spec for each class. Kind of like how druids have four specs. I'd love to see something like that and see it be stuff that kind of breaks a bit of the mold. Like I'd love to see a battle mage where it's a sword in one hand and then you use like runic casting in the other, and you're empowering your melee abilities, but you still have caster like AoE capability off from it. That would be cool. You know, love to see stuff like that. For me, I want to see a hunter tank spec. I would gladly go and do it. Yeah, there's a lot of really cool things I think. Great. Yeah. Well, I think that's what I'm really hoping for Ashes of Creation. Um, the way they're doing their classes in that game is very unique, and the class combination, what is it? They said there's like 64 different classes basically, because the way you did it was you took a base class that, and then you could modify it from other classes. You can kind of utilize some things and use it to augment your spells or skills and stuff. And so the thing I want to work on when it comes out is I want to be an arcane archer. I want to be like a casting archer. I think that would be really fun. But I know it's a lot of work, and I know they're still years off. Like we're still not even alpha 2, and we've been waiting like it's like we're coming up on like a year and a half or something now. So I'm dying to get in. Like I have alpha 2, and I'm just like, please let me just no. Yep. Hmm. Oh yeah. No, I'm Oh, yeah, yeah, like, No Man's Sky lost a huge bit, and they've recovered quite a bit of that rep, but, it's still never gonna be the same level, but they did gain a lot of respect for what they've done, but, yeah, stuff like that, yeah, it's so hard. No, I completely agree in the sense, like, I don't want them to launch the game, I'd like to have the Alpha 2 access a little sooner, but, for me, I'm all about, if you guys think you can make this work, and you can refine all of this, and you can do what you say you're trying to do, fuck it, take your time because it will be the next WoW. Like if they can do what they say. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Because oh, Steven. Yeah, and that's one of those reasons why he said that. He told everyone, he's like, yeah, they have the cash shop. You can buy these cosmetics like each month, and he's like you can buy if you want. He's like if you don't want to, that's fine. He's like this game is funded to completion. He's like he's never giving up any of the rights of this until this game has come out. Like they get to just sit there and they get to work on it. And he's been very adamant about that. And I think that's great. Super happy that he took up that mantle, and it's just because he's a jaded MMO player like us. Like you know, he got burned, and I'm with him on Arcade. I love that he fell in love with Arcade, and he went hardcore. I was hardcore in that game, and God, it was so good. I still remember in the very beginning, we were theory crafting out builds, my buddy and I showed him the thaumaturge. Like early, nobody's playing this fucking class. Or like Scepter's garbage. Like nobody should be having Scepter at all. And so I put together this like mage like fucking like tanky build. And I'm like, dude, this rune thing. Like you put down this imprisonment, it's OP as shit. I was like, you got flame wall to cut it in half. You got this AOE shit. You got this magic damage. And next thing you know, like we see it about a month later. We go out and you remember farming the God, it was the first big farm for the weapon. Um, I forget that. Oh my god, I forget that place. It was always crawling with PvP. Like, yeah, I think you know what I'm talking about. we saw two of them on the front of the battlefield, and basically they'd blink forward and they'd trap like three people, and so they had just healers in the back, and you just saw the three people in the middle getting slaughtered. And I'm like, this is so dope, yeah. Yeah, I was just like, this is what I mean. Like theory crafting, like Freedom Rift had a lot of that too. The Rift had a lot of freedom on builds, and I was another one where I didn't go hardcore, but I had this fucked up build that I couldn't be killed in PvP. I did a bunch of PvP while leveling, and you couldn't kill me because Archon. We'll see. Let's be honest. Archon Chloromancer was already busted. But it was Chloromancer main spec. Secondary spec was Archon, and then tertiary was it was the Pyro. And so basically it was just you put Chloromancer dots up everywhere so that people would heal when they did damage. I put other little healing stuff up and root abilities. And then Archon just stole your stats. And I was like, why? Why does this fucking spec steal stats from people? And you just running through PvP, and I'm like, I'm fucking tanking out everything. I'm this like clothy fucking motherfucker in the front just chasing people down, and they can't kill me. I know which one. I know which one. My buddy did this one. Oh my god. I think it is the witch. Dude, he did this shit, and I was like, this is fucking stupid. Like, him just dropping people. I'm like, what the fuck? Uh, God, I miss Arcade. Is it witchcraft? It was witchcraft occultism, right? I think that was the one. This fucking build, yeah. This was, yeah, I was like, dude, this is, oh god, I was like, I remember him doing this. God, this was like one of those 1v1 builds where it was like, yeah, you don't want to be caught, you don't want to be caught alone with this. It's just agitating. Cultism was such a good like little like throw on for so many different classes. Which yeah, I want to see more. That's why I'm really hoping when we get the final bit. I know we've kind of heard a little bit for Ashes on their skills and like how they work. like augmenting them. I want to see something on that level of like Rift and Arcage. You know, this broad ability of like to be able to like this person's taken like these two abilities and augmented them to be this certain way off from this other class's abilities, and I don't know how they're gonna pull that off. That's so complex, but shit, you know, take take your time, people. I don't care if it takes you 4 years just to get the damn classes put together. Do your thing. I was already pretty happy with like where they showed off cleric, like the cleric base skill set, and like how a lot of that worked. And I was like, okay, you know, like not the gameplay itself. Of course, the combat right now is super rough, but just the concept of it. I was like, yep, please. Finish off this stuff and email it out, and then it's 11 o'clock already. Let's see. Nah, I'm not going to do that again. Yeah, the only way to do it, you have to dodge into them. You just dodge into them like as they're coming at you because you're immune when you're doing your dashes. That's the only way I found because man, I was looking for it. I was like going to the edge of the thing and like trying to dance. There's just too many. I know there's a idea is that when those kind of things are going out, you're supposed to stack up and then spread out. That's the whole concept for the wolves is stack up, spread out, stack up, spread out. And you do it really quickly because if you don't, then you get comboed. But like the green explosions, like if you get everybody stacked together, you just stand still because the explosions, like it's got a safety. For the fire, if you stack it into one spot and then go, you have plenty, like you don't have to go as far and things like that. But yeah, the ice that's a whole nother level of monster. Because the worst part is it's one of the highest tiers of CC, so there's not a lot to make you immune to it. I'm actually really upset. I can't get my Lance Master's been pitying everything. I still can't get her to fucking vault normal. She's only 1410 now. She sprinted to 1400 so fucking quick, and then just everything is just fucking pity. I mean, I can't be too upset in the sense that I had a hell of a push, but because that character hit like she hit fucking Argos on like was it second day or whatever, like second third day. It was fucking insane. But yeah, I'm like, ugh. I know I had it coming. Too many one taps. All right, perfect. Hopefully they get that message. I know it's a bit late, but all right, man. That's it. I got my work stuff done. I am heading out. Take care, man.
Unleash your power, Dojo! Unleash your power, Dojo! Unleash your power, Docho!
Hey guys, Noah here. So for this video I'll be talking about the engraving choices for Deadeye after 1415. That's when you can start buying relic accessories. That's pretty exciting. You can go for better engravings at this point. And it'll be a lot cheaper than doing it when you only have legendary accessories. Yeah, so I'll be talking about a few builds. The damage varies obviously, and the cost actually varies drastically as well. Some of it will be really cheap, some of it will be fairly expensive. Yeah, so I'll start off with the cheapest build and the build that I'm running right now. It's just a 4-3 setup. Uh, the reason why this is really cheap is because you
line to look at for ults is level 5 gems, and then like later on, once you feel comfortable, you can move them up to level 7 gems, and then you really never have to go higher than level 7 gems. Like for example, my Scouter and my Deadeyes, they're both still using level 7 gems, a full set of level 7 gems, and they're chilling. Even going through Belshazzar content. The whole like level 7 gem and level 5 gem is completely arbitrary. People only do that because that's when the rarity of the gem changes. If level 4 gems were purple rarity, or when purple rarity started, people would just go to level 4 gems, and